Cuomo is throwing out mailers, or the Cuomo campaign is throwing out mailers. The Michael Bloomberg pack with DoorDash has decided that the Hasan 9/11 stuff is actually really good. Has anyone seen these yet? I had a couple of my friends in New York report to me that they got Instagram ads, and someone sent me the mailer as well. Oh, here it is. Tyson Brody reports, amazing Fix the City ads on IG. Favorite part is that they have to add 9/11 for Hasan rather than just his name, unlike the other two, because Googling Hasan would just bring up his channel and fans. Google Hasan Pica 9/11. Paid for by Fix the City Inc. Executive Director Megan Brown. Top 3 donors Michael Bloomberg, DoorDash, and John Hess. Not expressly or otherwise authorized or requested by any candidate or the candidate's committee or agent. More information at nyc.gov/follow the money. Vote for Cuomo. And then Google Rebecca Kadaga and Google Siraj Wahaj. Why did they say Hasan Piker 9/11? Why didn't they just put my name? That's bullshit. Nothing quite as sad as a super PAC that never landed on something that works, just endless spaghetti at the wall. My meme became real. He kept trying to Google you. Every time I go, I see it. Everywhere I go, I see his face. There are so many people in politics and media obsessed with messaging to a population of Americans that statistically do not exist. It's very gratifying to see Cuomo run his whole campaign around it and just eat relentless. Completely true, and yet I would like to hear more. How would you describe this population? Guy who works at a factory but vociferously supports businessmen and the free market, hates socialism, season ticket Israel Maccabees fan, owns a 2-bedroom house, but is intensely invested in landlords' rights for some reason. Only media he watches is News Nation. So have the mailers actually kicked in? Let's look at trends. Trends.google.com. Hasan Piker 9/11 is in the past day. Hold on. Past 90 days. Oh! Big blip. I guess no one searched it. Little blip on October 7, 8, 9. Only on October 17. Another major blip, which I suspect is that when the debate happened? Number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Virginia. Number 3, New York. Okay, let's look at Hasan Piker. Okay, nope, not a lot of motion there. Peaked at October 9th, mostly in DC. Why is it always DC? It always freaks me out that DC is the number 1 place that is searching me. Every time. Yeah, it's mostly collar, shock collar, dog collar, cruelty to animals, shock. And then at 3rd place is Hasan GQ. And then at 5th place is Hasan Piker GQ. So yeah, it hasn't had the same motion as even Doctober 7 or Shocktober 7 did. The trend for your name, No 9/11, has had his all-time max around October 9th, the Kaya Saga. Yes. America deserved 9/11. Hasan Piker's vile comments exposed. Eric Adams for New York City 1 month ago. We got to tweak the algo, folks. We got to tweak the algo. Okay. That's what I've learned. And I want to know by not sub-region, but by countries. Not by United States, but worldwide. I wonder where they're searching my name the most. I'm kind of surprised it's not Israel. United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Finland. We got to put the meat pick up every time people search Hasan Piker or HasanAbi 9/11. That's what we got to do. Well, everybody posts Hasan's meat pick with the words Hasan Piker 9/11, and I'm sure the search results will be super normal next week. He has post tasteful nudes as an algorithm reset. That's what I need to do. But yeah, that's cool that this is what they're trying to do as a last-ditch effort. I also don't know who Rebecca Kadaga is. And everything I know about Siraj Wahaj is that he's just a prominent Muslim religious leader that is important for Muslim New Yorkers. And virtually every single person running for mayor before or after has actually linked up with him. It's incredible. It's like, look at these scary black and brown people. Look at these scary Muslims. They're all radical. No, Megaphonics DJ, you are wrong. Siraj Wahaj wasn't an unindicted 9/11 conspirator. He was an unindicted former World Trade Center bombing, former unindicted conspirator. As in, it was the last time before, it was in the one in 93. Yes, I make pretzels at the mall. I keep the food court exceptionally clean and the pretzels are fresh, soft, and hot. That alone contributes more to American society than any brown third worlder ever will. This was one of the saddest things I've ever seen. I can't believe this got 58,000 likes. When I saw this, I felt so sad. And it's like, obviously it's a neo-Nazi, but I still felt kind of bad about it. Like, I love Auntie Annie's. I think Auntie Annie's pretzels are crack, but it made me so sad seeing the desperate state of affairs on this pretzel. And just in general, imagining myself in the shoes of this like dumbass racist who's like, I'm broke loser and I hate my life, but at least I'm not a part of the third world or something. Of course, Matthew Castle's in the tank for Cuomo. Yeah, Matthew Castle is a features reporter at Jewish Insider, a big op of mine, big time Hasbara boy. The source of Cuomo's surge in donations suggests many Jewish New Yorkers continue to oppose frontrunners Zohran Mamdani over his positions on Israel and the war in Gaza. So they're just so aggressively trying to prop up Cuomo, which is a failure. The thing that I don't understand about like the Google Hassan 9/11 comments, by the way, is that it doesn't do anything to Zohran Mamdani. At most, like the maximum impact that it would have is not against Zohran Mamdani, but against me. And if you think I'm your number one op, then you've already lost the election. You know what I mean? Because at most, the only thing you get out of this at most is like Zohran Mamdani will come out and be like, I disavow Hassan Piker, right? He hasn't done so yet. But even if he did do that, which I think it would be a silly thing to do regardless because there's no reason to. Let's say he did that, right? He hit the maximum position here for defense. Okay, he condom hummus, he condom HasanAbi. That doesn't really do anything to Zohran Mamdani. Maybe it shows, at least to myself or maybe some others as well, like that, you know, his instincts on this are led by fear. Having said that, that's not really going to impact him all that significantly in this race. And all that would do is basically, I don't know, put me in the hot seat for like a week. And it doesn't make any sense because like, you're not running against me, dumbass. You know, you're not running against me. You're running against Zohran Mamdani. So it doesn't make any sense, which is why I keep saying like, it's just like a really stupid thing for him to keep hammering on. Like, yeah, it has as much motion as Zohran saying Google Logan Paul's suicide forest, except he doesn't even need to do that. He could quite literally be like, you went on Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast last week. You know who else went on that podcast? Donald Trump. That's a silly line of attack. And even then, he wouldn't actually have to say anything more than Logan Paul. You went on Logan Paul's podcast because Logan Paul is a more known person than me in New York. Do you understand? You wouldn't need to do Logan Paul suicide forest for people to know all of the negative associations with Logan Paul. When I search your name on Google, this is what comes up, and it's not even a meme. Hassan Piker is hot. Hassan Piker is flirting with the revolution. Hassan Piker is a tanky. Hassan Piker is so hot. Hassan Piker is Turkish. Hassan Piker, is he married? He reposted a positive response. Yeah, no, I saw he reposted this before. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, no love lost between me and Zohran. It's just very stupid for, like I said, Andrew Cuomo to keep hitting that line over and over again. Let's take a look at this dumb.
Kids don't like capitalism. And I think a lot of it has to do with social media, the clickbait, right? Rage bait works better in...
Or because they know late stage capitalism, that's all they've seen.
Social media and gets more people's attention. And if Mamdani is out there saying, you're getting free housing, you're getting free transportation, you're getting cheaper groceries, I mean, of course, that's what they need, particularly in New York, and that's what they're going to respond positively to.
Is there any way that can work?
No. No, of course not.
No. Look, we have a financial literacy problem.
It's crazy because he knows this is possible because he did it with medicine. Mark Cuban is the reason I only pay $30 for epilepsy meds instead of $700. Yeah, I wonder why kids hate capitalism, dude. Just in, Amazon aiming to replace 600,000 jobs with robots by 2033. A bunch of upwardly mobile millennials will be losing their jobs in the mid to late 40s. That'll be good for society. Housing costs will probably go down in Seattle, though. Like, every single person who controls the levers of power in this country are actively telling anyone who will listen that they don't give a f about you, okay? They don't give a f about you, and you can eat and die, and it doesn't matter. Your future prospects are gone. We threw it away for a crumb of additional profits. Why would anybody look at the system and go, oh, wow, I feel really great? If anything, in all of this discontent, in all of this chaos and confusion, I'm fearful that many young people actually look towards an alternative specifically designed around fascism. Like, that's initially what was so alluring about Donald Trump's appeal, especially to young men. That's what it was. Oh, this guy's going to shake things up and he's going to punish the enemies that the Republicans have identified as the liberal Democrats. Israel shills floated a bombshell revelation that will force Sliwa to drop out. Turns out it's just that he, like most voters, doesn't like the foreign country of Israel very much. These clowns really think Americans are and should be as devoted to this foreign country as they are. Curtis Sliwa will be leaving the New York City mayor's race. He hasn't announced it, but after what I share in the coming hours, he will. Curtis, you are a disgusting evil man. You thought we wouldn't find out. The people of New York will hate you for this, and rightly so. You are evil. Screenshots of alleged tweets to show wife of New York City mayoral candidate Sliwa blasting Israeli hostage rescue in Gaza deaths. Isn't she Jewish? Isn't Curtis Sliwa's wife literally Jewish? A Jewish New Yorker. No, here's what New York City mayoral candidate Curtis Sliwa and his wife Nancy Sliwa really think of Jews in Israel. In addition to criticizing Israel's June 2024 hostage rescue, accusing Israel of slaughter, and complaining that the ICC should have acted against Israel sooner. Are they trying to beef up Curtis Sliwa's chances? Is that what's going on? What the hell is happening here? John Katzimatidis is a part of the billionaire class.
Look, John Katzimatidis is part of that billionaire class. They think that they can pick the next mayor. How did that work out? They went to Cuomo in the primary. Cuomo was up by 40 points. Zoran Mandami was down at 1%. Zoran Mandami won the primary convincingly at 13%. So throw the polls right out the door. And secondarily, whatever happened with the people deciding who the mayor should be? So I should drop out. I am the only Republican. I am a designated candidate. The only independent candidate is Andrew Cuomo. You have to go through a maze to find him on the ballot. Let him go out. He gets his people to vote for him. I get my people to vote for me because I have a get out the vote effort. We know Zoran Mandami did a great job in the primary getting his vote out. There's nothing complicated about this. It's called democracy, the people's right to vote. And the billionaires don't want the people to make this decision. I trust the people, not the political elite and not the billionaires.
He's so ridiculous, dude. Lamau, this is the big breaking news that was supposed to force Sliwa to drop out. He accused Israel of slaughter. If anything, this will give Sliwa a boost in the polls. Times are changing. Criticizing Israel's very good politics, but Zionists are in denial. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to get people to vote for Curtis Sliwa with the Nancy Sliwa, Curtis Sliwa's wife, posts with this GIF. Thank you, New York City Mayor, for your strong support of Israel. Throughout the day, I've been monitoring the protests that started in Times Square and that moved through our streets throughout the Israeli consulate. At a moment when innocent people are being slaughtered and children kidnapped in Israel is disgusting. Please leave. This is not even an anti-Israel response. This is a GIF reply that doesn't even imply that she is like anti-Israel. It just implies that she's anti-Mayor Eric Adams. What the Decolonizing the Hindu mind. Beautiful. An entire Israeli neighborhood gathers on balconies to sing Hatikva, our national anthem. When Indian did it during COVID, the entire left wing mocked us. We will not be broken. This is not even Curtis Sliwa, by the way. Curtis Sliwa's wife. This was in the Gaza Strip about an hour ago after an Israeli airstrike. Just in case this wasn't already perfectly clear to anyone, life is not for playing games. Not amongst those animals who drop bombs on innocent folks, I guess. Wait, what the October 9th, 2023? Okay, maybe she is actually anti-Israel. That's what happens when you hide hostages among your civilians and then indiscriminately bomb both. Very intuitive. Oh my God. Hey, yo. Children stabbing police in Jerusalem, just so appallingly sad. What's your point? Is Curtis Sliwa's wife anti-Israel? What? The first couple of responses don't actually mean anything. Oh my God. November 9th, 2023. Noam knows what he's talking about. This is the video.
A truce accord is established. Hamas lives up to it. Israel violates it, never keeps up to it. Finally, Israel escalates its violation. That elicits some kind of Hamas.
Okay, I was wrong. Oh my God. Nancy Sliwa, unironically, is openly anti-Israel. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani wrote to me on X on behalf of the Sliwa campaign. I asked him a basic explanation of Sliwa's supposed path to victory. He has not responded. Something strange is going on. Republicans, we need to ask questions. This is disturbing. Link below. Excuse me, don't speak for me. You're a propagandist. Israel made it clear. Release the hostages or we'll keep fighting. Children died as a result. Children, you absolutely disgusting propagandist, died because Hamas leaders living lavishly did not care. Instead of hating on me, focus your hate on Hamas leaders living in wealthy Middle East cities who let the people in there. Okay, so she's like anti-Israel and anti-Hamas. Die because they refuse to release the hostages, many of them young. If you want to fight me, that's a joke. Shame the Hamas leaders who allow Hamas to have their Hamas. Chatters. She called Israel animals who bomb civilians. She definitely is not pro-Israel. Okay? She literally, on October 9th, when many of the people who are chirping in here right now were also yelling at me about maybe going a little too hard on Israel, she was going hard on Israel just as hard as I was. So yeah, she's not like an anti-Zionist, or perhaps she's not like pro-resistance against Israel, but clearly she is anti-Israel. This is the radical centrism we were talking about. Let's take a look at this new AI ad that he released.
Hello, it's me, de Blasio. You know, New York City's least favorite mayor. Today, I want to introduce you to my mini-me mom, Donnie. Hiya! If you thought my policies were evil, you're gonna freaking hate this. Sure will, boss! In 2020, I cut $1 billion from the NYPD, which dramatically spiked crime. But I wanted to fund the police entirely! So evil, so unsafe. My mini-me also wants to cut gifted and talented school programs for kids, just like I tried. Until the backlash. There's no such thing as talent. Socialism means we're all equally dumb. Right. And he's even copying my failed rent freeze I tried on millions of units, which ended up plunging the rates of available units and making the housing crunch higher and stop new housing construction, which would actually lower rents. But I'm gonna do the same thing while doing a TikTok dance. And most evil of all, I depoliced sex work, which ended up increasing sex trafficking for women and young girls in New York City. So I'm gonna take it further by decriminalizing prostitution completely.
Once again, I find myself asking the question that some of you in the chat are asking as well, which is, who is this for? Like, who is going to watch this and go, hell yeah, brother, I'm voting for Andrew Cuomo? I don't understand.